What's up, everybody? On today's video, we're covering the top 5 things you need to know before moving to Hazlet, New Jersey. We're going to cover a few things like the location, commutability to New York City, school system, and housing locations, plus a few others. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway. On the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. Point number 1 is going to be the location of Hazlet. So Hazlet is located in the northern part of Monmouth County, and it borders a few towns like Middletown, Keensburg, Union Beach, Keyport, just to name a few. They have 3 major roadways that all run north to south through it. The first 2 are going to be Route 35 and Route 36. They're both non-toll roads, but if you're not using any back roads to kind of get through Howell or Hazlet, these are going to be the main 2 roads that you're going to be up and down. The last one's going to be the Garden State Parkway, also brings you like north to south, like I said, and this is your major road that's going to go into New York City. So when it comes to commuting into New York City, you have a couple of different options that you could take. The first one being that I just mentioned, like driving yourself, and that's going to be up the Garden State Parkway. That'll roughly take about an hour 15 to an hour 30, depending on which part of New York City you have to go to. Then you have the train, so Hazlet has their own train station, and then I'll bring you into Penn Station. That's also about an hour and 15, so roughly about the same commute time there. Then the last option is going to be the ferry, and you have 2 different ones that you could possibly take. The first one will be over in the Highlands. Both of these you have to go east for, and then the second one's going to be in Belford. Belford, for instance, it takes about 45 minutes for that ferry to get into the Wall Street district and about 70 minutes into Midtown. So whichever way you kind of go, they're all about roughly the same. Let's say an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. The fastest one just being the ferry into Wall Street, but then you're going to also have to add in your commute time to and from the ferry and home. So it's really just depending on what you want to take. If you don't need your car and you want to just use the commuting time as your downtime, kind of just read a book, listen to a podcast, you can take the train or the ferry. If you're going to need your car to go on appointments and meet with clients, then obviously you're gonna have to drive yourself. So, but it's completely up to you. Coming in at number 2 is going to be the different demographics. So when Hazlet was actually incorporated and made into a township, it was originally named Raritan, but then was later renamed to Hazlet back in 1967. There's roughly 5.5 square miles and has a population of a little over, let's just say 20,000 residents, somewhere in that range. The square mileage, though, actually makes it one of the more smaller towns in Monmouth County, and there's quite a few other larger ones in there. In 2023, the median household income in Hazlet was $109,000, and the median sales price for a home was $469,000. We're going to go over the housing options a little bit more in the video, a little bit later in the video, though. The last key statistic that's important to know for Hazlet is going to be the age by population. So about 22% of the population in Hazlet is under the age of 18, so just kids and young adults, teenagers. Then from 25 to 64 years old is another 55% of the population. So you're pretty much looking at about 75% of the people in the area are in between that young family demographic, maybe just growing family, upsizing. And then when you add in like the median household income and the home price, you can tell it's a really good area to kind of really start raising a family and being like maybe not necessarily the forever home, but maybe like the starter. Point number 3 is going to be the school system and education in Hazlet. So the Hazlet Township Public School System, according to niche.com, is rated a B+. It has 4 elementary, 3 middle, and 1 high school. They house roughly 2,724 students, have a 16-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, and a 97% graduation rate. If you're looking for more of a private option, though, you do have quite a few that are within driving range of Hazlet, and that's going to be Red Bank Catholic, which is located in Red Bank. Then you have Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, and St. John Vianney's in Homedale. Christian Brothers Academy is going to be an all-boys high school, and then the other 2 are going to be co-ed. All of which, though, according to niche.com, are rated an A, so you're in pretty good hands with that one. Point number 4 is going to be different housing options in Hazlet. As I've already mentioned earlier in the video, Hazlet's a great first-time home buyers market, mostly for the price point and everything you can get for it. The most notable condo and townhome community is going to be Village Green. These are 1 level or 2 level condos and townhomes, and they range anywhere between about, let's say, $275 to $350. There are 2 other townhome communities that are 3 stories, so you'll have your garage on your first level, and then you'll have 2 stories above that. They go for anywhere between about $375 and $475. The really cool part about Hazlet, I've kind of already mentioned a little bit, but it's just the affordability of it. There aren't any big multi-million-dollar mansions or developments in the area. The highest sales price was $845,000. That happened twice in 2023. The next closest was $780,000. So the bulk of the range of the sales, typically for a single-family home in the area, will go from about like $425,000 all the way up to about $700,000. You can find some that are cheaper, but they aren't going to be move-in ready necessarily. They might be a little smaller, so you'll have to do some TLC to them to get them ready. The last thing you want to know about Hazlet is, since it is an older area, sometimes some of the homes date back to the early 1900s. So you just have to be aware that with older homes, sometimes come a little bit more problems down the road. If the home hasn't been renovated and upkept a little bit, you just have to put away a little bit more money just because you might run into some problems later on. The bedrooms can also be a little bit smaller because they didn't really make big bedrooms back in the day like that. So just something to know about before you move in. Point number 5 is going to be the different shopping and dining options in Hazlet. As you can see from this photo popping up, Route 35 and Route 36 are going to be the majority of where your options are. You have everything from a food store in ShopRite, Aldi, Stop and Shop, my personal favorite in Costco, although they do everything besides just food in the area as well. If you have a home project you need to get done, you got a Home Depot over there. You can go shopping at Burlington, pretty much everything. If you're looking for a quick bite to eat, you can head over to Route 36. You'll find unlimited options there as well, from Wawa to Popeyes, 7-Eleven, Taco Bell. If you want more of a sit-down restaurant, you can go over to Yesterday's. Also, I think this one's on Route 35 though, and they have an Italian-style menu. They have banquet hall, so pretty much you can host different events over there. If you want a different style, you can go over to Fuji's, a Japanese restaurant. They do it in hibachi style. So, like I said, you got everything in Hazlet you could possibly want. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you gained a little bit more insight about the Hazlet area. And if you're looking to move there, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is in the comments and the description down below. Whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year out, it doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. If you want to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out the 2 videos popping up real quick and they might be able to help you out as well. Have a great day.